Hey everyone, Patrick here. I'll be handling the next portion of the class. Now that we know how 3D printers work, I will walk you through the process of finding, downloading, and preparing a model to be printed, sending it into the library, and picking it up once it's finished. I won't be covering 3D modeling and how to make your own print from scratch, but if that's something you want to do, the process for submitting that model to be printed is the same as what we'll go over now, so it's good to know no matter what. Before we find a model to print, the Idea Lab has a few guidelines we'll want to keep in mind. No printing of harmful or dangerous objects, 11 hours as a maximum printing time, and a limit of 2 prints per week. Why 11 hours? 11 hours is the maximum number of hours the library is open, so that's the most time that we can print an object because we're not allowed to run the printers overnight. And why 2 prints per week? 2 prints per week because the Idea Lab is an educational space, and our goal is for as many people as possible to have access to this technology. Now, if you submit 10 prints one week and no one else submits any, we will keep printing your items to make sure we're using the printers. More often than not though, a lot of people are submitting items and there will be a wait of a couple weeks. If you find you're consistently submitting more than 2 items to print and frequently waiting, it's probably time to explore other options like getting your own printer or paying someone else to print for you. In addition to the 11-hour and 2 print per week limit, another thing to keep in mind as we're choosing our model is cost. Different materials have different costs, so depending on what material you want to print in will determine how much your item costs. Regular PLA plastic costs 10 cents per gram. Specialty filament, like Tough, Soft, Pro, Glow in the Dark, all cost 15 cents per gram. And PVA support material, the kind that dissolves in water, costs 25 cents per gram. So these are all the things we'll keep in the back of our mind as we're getting our model ready to print. We'll know that it needs to be under 11 hours, that if we submit a lot of things we might have to wait a while until it actually gets printed, and that the material we choose will determine the cost of our print.